starting position of deadlift is really important because if you get that right, the weight feels so much easier to lift, okay? Deadlift is a phenomenal exercise because it's essentially picking something off the floor, okay? But we want to make sure we're trying to train in our hips and our hamstrings to do that work as opposed to using our lower back. So one of the things is, even though we're holding on to the weight with our arms, we've got to forget about lifting it with our arms or our upper body. We're going to lift it with the legs. And so what we're going to do is we're going to lift it into the pin. So essentially we're not actually lifting, but we're going to develop a huge amount of tension in our body that you're going to get a sense of, okay, that's how strong I need to be before I stand up. Okay, now I'll show you what that looks like. So a couple of things I'm just going to kind of reiterate in terms of your deadlift technique. A good thing to use is a line of a mat on the floor. So what we're going to do is you step in the middle of that line, the arch of the foot, okay, roughly mid-foot in that line. Once you have your kind of shoes set in place, and when you come down to the bar with your shins, the shin should touch the bar but not push it forward. If it pushes it forward, you've gone too far into it. You'll never be in the right position because the bar now is going to drift forward over the toes. So the bar is going to be on the same line as the line of the mat when you're doing this, okay? So the shins will come forward, but only a little bit, okay? And it's all relative in terms of your body length. So some people have to come down lower than other people, but once you get into that position, it'll be kind of like it's a standard way to set up. Hands straight down, you're gonna grab onto the bar in this position. And when you grab onto the bar, remember, it's the only thing attaching you to the bar. So even though you're lifting with your legs, you still need to have a really strong grip with the arm, because once you start lifting, this is the thing that's gonna carry the weight with you. So really tight grip. And then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the shoulder blades, so I'll show you from this angle, your shoulder blades are going to be straight above the bar, okay? So this area, okay? Roughly kind of where your armpit kind of ends. If you're too far forward, you go to lift, your hips are going to shoot up, you're going to round your back, and you're going to end up coming down and using the back too much. If you're too far back, you're going to feel like you're going to want to fall over or anything like that. You'll never be able to lift it. So we're going to basically get into position. Most people are a little bit too far forward before they lift. So we're just going to lean and sit back into your back pockets, okay? You should feel them really switch on, really strong. Now, the beauty about doing it with the pins like this is the bar is it's going to go about that high off the ground once you get into position. So I'll demonstrate that from here. So my feet are in the middle of that line, and then I'm going to hold on to the bar, and I'm just going to hold that in line with the line of the mats, the bar directly above that. Now, I'm too far forward here. Okay, so I'm holding onto the bar. I brought myself down, but my shoulders are too far forward. So what I want to do is bring myself now. I've hit into the bar here, okay? So I can't go anywhere. But what I'm going to do with the intent is I'm going to try and push the floor away with my legs. I'm not trying to pull the bar up. I'm trying to push the floor away with my legs. You do that, you're going to feel your thighs kick in and your backside muscles kick in. So you're really trying to push through that inertia and keep the chest up really tall and proud. About 3-second hold, you're going to go up and going, holy crap, my legs. Because literally you're using as much strength as possible, but without actually moving anything. Do that 3 times, and then we'll swap over.